lady, yeah? But I got a better name for that. How about the bobblehead beauty? Yeah,
I take that
bobblehead
too.
Beauty.
I take that too. I have all those hashtags.
The bobblehead beauty, take that.
Yeah.
That's the hashtag.
And I'm trying to make it. That's my son. I'm trying to make it a bobblehead. Like, but it takes.
Oh, you should definitely. You be the most beautiful bobblehead. You're the bobblehead beauty.
Yeah, I tried to make it, but it takes too long. So it's like 3 weeks.
So remember when I emailed you I haven't finished editing it, but my other guest was William Hung. Remember from the American Idol?
Oh yeah.
So he was my guest. He actually had his own bobblehead.
You see, and all the baseball players they have their bobbleheads.
Exactly.
So I can have mine.
You gotta have your bob. You're the bobblehead beauty.
Yeah, that's right.
The bobblehead. Forget the nodding head lady. The bobblehead beauty. That's who you are.
Bobblehead Barbie.
Excuse my language. Fuck it. That's who you are.
That's right. I embrace it.
You know what? So yeah. So I mean, I love what you stand for. I love what you stand for.
Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of people for me, I'm either I'm just a crazy. I'm gonna say this. I'm a crazy Chino La Migle. You know? Okay? So my thing is this.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with whatever people think. Whether you're pro-life, pro-choice, professional baseball player, professional baseball player, whatever you want to be, right? My thing is, but I love democracy and I love freedom of speech, and I love what you stand for.
Correct. That's
So you're immigration attorney, right?
I am. Yes, I'm an immigration attorney. I've been practicing exclusively immigration since 2001.
2001?
Yeah.
In 2001, I was actually in New York.
Yeah.
During 9/11.
Yeah.
In 2001.
Well, I was getting in September of 2011, right before is when I went for my swearing ceremony in Louisiana. Then 2011 come, and because of 2011, I was able to have a party at the Sheraton Bar Harbor. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. But since business went so, dead, so I could afford to have that party at the Sheraton Bar Harbor. Very, ritzy neighborhood here. Yeah.
You got to be ritzy. Look at you. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're tall. You're an ex-pageant girl. I mean, come on. You got to have that.
Yeah.
You know what? For a man, I know all the great things in life to treat a woman well, right? And that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
So I love what you stand for, like I said. So I want to know, what's making you back Donald Trump?
One simple on this beautiful principle: the right to live. President Donald Trump is the only president who's pro-life. No matter how much noise is around, if we don't defend the right to live, no other right matter. If I don't defend the right for that girl to be born, what am I doing? Championing for the right of the women to vote and to hold office and to whatever. If I'm a hypocrite, if I am at the same time, I am ruling for those who want to kill those girls that they, for some reason, decided to get intimate with somebody, and now they want to get rid of the project. That's why I backed Donald Trump, and then I start adding more things. I start from that basic principle, and then I start adding other things like the freedom of religion, like capitalism, freedom to open your business, freedom to earn a living. Those are little things that people don't see how they add up. The American dream doesn't start in Cuba or in Nicaragua.
In China or in anywhere.
In China. So everybody comes here to get the American dream. And we want to kill the dreamer, kill the person, not a dreamer as a DACA, because dreamer and DACA is separate from me being somebody with dreams. I'm a dreamer, but you have to be awake in order to fulfill that dream. We have to be awake. And that's why as a black woman, since the Democrats are so eager and the liberals are so eager to put me into that category of a black woman, Hispanic.
Nobody should be in the category.
Nobody should be in the category.
Nobody should be in the category because we are all Americans, right?
That's the principle. That's why I found one principle that we can all cover with. First, being American then. Oh no, that is a no-no now. Now if you have a flag flying in your house, that must be a Trumper. And that must be a white nationalist. I mean, every kind of insults in the book. And I have immigration attorneys sending me messages saying that I am unintelligent and I'm not compassionate. And that and all of that, just very politely insulting me because I am expressing my own views. So they're telling me that I am so blind that I don't see that I'm just being used by this white guy who's gonna kick me out of I don't even know what the hell are they talking about, because I came to this country legally. My parents are the one who give me this body. Not a government, not any of the people out there, not the media. So the day that I want to sit behind and support any principle that I feel strongly about, I will do it.
You should be able to support your principle. Like me, I'm a little different. I'm pro-life. I mean, I'm pro-choice for me. I'm pro-choice. But to me, I'm not going to judge people for being pro-life. You get what I'm saying? I don't, like, you know what? Like, everybody got their own belief, right? Like, you know what? I feel like pro-choice is a woman's right to her body, and I feel that way, and anybody can feel different, and I don't care. You know what? As long as, if I get someone pregnant, knock on wood, you know, I think kids are bad ROI. The return on investment is very bad, okay? But if I got you pregnant, I mean, not you, but you know,
yes.
what I mean? Yeah. You know, exactly. But you know, whoever gets you pregnant is really lucky. So you know what? It's all good, right?
And I only have one, because that's what not only we can afford, but I wanted to have a kid with that man who was gonna be a good father. I know that is not a for sure, but when the woman knows that guy is bad news, but you decide that you're gonna have a child with that guy, even if the guy is bad news, then don't bring it up to me. Then don't tell me that the next time you got pregnant, I have to pay for it. I don't want to pay for it.
That's right, and that's what I said. And not to push pro-choice on anybody. Like for me, I really feel like the really low income people should have like a one-child policy. And I feel that because everybody, the whole America, is stuck with the bill.
Exactly. But if I come up with that and say, you know what, that family should only have one child if that's they can afford. Oh my God, you are violating the constitutional rights that rest below the belt.
You know what the problem right now is? You can't win. No one that speaks up can win. Like I would say to myself, hey, you know what? I'm pro-choice, right? And I say, you know what? If you tell the low-income community, say, we should put Planned Parenthood there, then they'll say, oh my God, you're a classist, you're a racist, right? But if you don't pay for their abortion, oh my God, but no one's paying for abortion. I had that debate. You can't fucking win.
No, there's no way to win. There's no way to win. And then that's one of the things that I said. So just tell me at what point I have a saying. If I'm the one who have to open my wallet, do I have anything to say before or during the pregnancy? No, it has to be my bill after that. And if now we have a candidate who is saying you are gonna have to pay for it, either you want it or not, either you like it or not. You're gonna have to pay for the abortion, and that girl will have to. She's gonna be free to go to bed with whomever they want, because you're not gonna tell them who to go to bed with.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this too. And I'm not gonna say it's not just African Americans. It's not just Hispanics. It's almost every even or like a lot of Asians, maybe not the Chinese. No. I'm Chinese, maybe I'm being a little biased, but you know, the Southeast Asians, like the Thai, the Vietnamese, the Filipinos, they love having kids. And the thing is, they can't afford it, but they're gambling. It's kind of like, and I don't want to say this in a really racist way, like, if you're African American, if you have more kids, one of them might be LeBron James. The Southeast Asian people, one of them might be a fucking engineer.
That's exactly.
A fucking missile.
Exactly.
No one's creating shit. You know what? Just have what you can afford. And I'm going to say this. If you can't afford to feed them, please don't breed them.
That I am with you. I'm exactly with you. Because we are talking about social. I live in a very nice neighborhood. And you should be the big mansions that have the they signed Biden-Harris. They figure, oh, we have to have social whatever they call it. But they think they're gonna be living in that big mansion. No, because in that big mansion we can put 15 people, and there are only 3 people and 4 dogs living there. The dogs have a better life than some of the blacks in the projects. So we're gonna have those project people live with that mansion owner. Oh no, that's not what they want. They want the government to be able to provide for what? Government is not here to give a handout. The way I came to this country and the way we are where we are was not with handouts. There's no way anybody's gonna get anywhere.
You have to earn it.
I have to earn it. I have to work. And not only that, I created a business to employ more people. Why I have to be the bad guy? Why, when it comes to raise taxes, you're gonna do it to me?
You know what I say to people? Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game. And that's one of the things. They want to raise taxes in me. So if the taxes are raised, then I'm going to have to cut personnel. They want to force me. I pay more than that to my employees. But they want to force people to pay their employees $15 an hour. Yeah, they have to pay. They have the money to pay. They should be paid. Why should I be the one making $10? But guess what? From those $15 an hour that you're going to be making, now I'm going to reduce the hours, and you're going to have to pay taxes over those $15 an hour that you are making. It's not right off the bat that you're going to get it.
The problem with being socialist in America compared to, how France or even Canada is kind of like they come with healthcare and everything, right?
Yeah.
But the people there have more respect than the Americans here. The Americans here are greedy. Like over there, when I see socialism, when I go over there, people don't have fucking 12 kids. People have 1 child, maybe 2, and the government helps them out, and that's the socialist part of it, right?
Yeah, that's
but here, if they found out the fucking government's feeding your child, they'll have 15 of these things. It's crazy as fuck.
And then get this. Oh, you haven't paid taxes? No. But I got married and I want a petition for my wife. Okay. You're gonna be denied. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, it's not fair. So the government is supporting you. And now you're telling the government that you're gonna bring somebody else so they can support both of you?
You know who does that? The Filipinos in California. Okay? Okay? Okay, they do that. You know what I say? They gotta say. The mafia always says, you kill one, you scare 1,000, right? For the Filipinos, you marry one, you marry 500, okay?
That's right. I know, yeah. I know that my
You're an immigration attorney,
my sister-in-law is from the Philippines.
How many uncles did she bring here?
Who else? Uncle, mom, papa, and then there was another girl that is a virgin. I don't know what virgin have to do with it. Okay. So my brother-in-law ended up bringing a bunch of people. They all live in Minnesota, and let me tell you, I mean, I wouldn't want that life. Huh?
Are they working? Who's paying for it? We are. Oh my God.
Yes, because all the money is sent to the Philippines.
Yeah, and that's one thing about like the Hispanics too, right?
Oh yeah, they send all the money. They have the nice houses, and then they taking sand off this beach, right? But then what's gonna happen with the erosion? Because they taking the sand just to build over there. Everybody building everywhere, and then what with us? And then the Americans are the bad guys if they say, wait a second, I need to, back up a little. Let's just close the borders up for a little bit until we decide what we're going to do with the erosion that we have in this beach. Oh, no, you are the bad guy. Come on. And it's not, they get to the point that there's not going to be enough for not even the ones that are here. Yeah, we have to be selfish. I have to be selfish. I don't want what I have for my kid that I work for. I don't want to have to distribute. People give of what they have enough or even more. But the government is not gonna be counting with my wallet so he can be socially equal to everyone. Who's gonna be paying for it? Who's the Mother Day slave that they're gonna have working so everybody else can be sitting at home?
I don't want to say this, right? But like what I used to think, oh my God, the Filipino family's bringing everybody over. I'm thinking, wow, you get them to, work on a farm or something. They don't work. They just want everything for free. And again, going back to socialism, it only works in countries where the people respect the system.
Yes. Okay, that's one thing. They want to say, why don't we like Norway? I guess Norway or Canada. You know how long it took for these people to get to that system, and everybody respecting whatever property they have? No, here this is the melting pot.
Right, exactly.
This is the melting pot. Okay, every man for himself.
In Vancouver, I got friends in Canada. I've known people in France. And it's like, wow, how do you stop these people that your socialism, you're helping out the people that are lower income, but how come the lower income there don't have 10 kids? And how come the lower income they respect the system?
Because the system is rewarding failure. They're rewarding them for being single parent, for having more kids. So those kids, they grew up knowing that there is an invisible provider, and they all have to do is just have a guy, have kids, and the guy will disappear. And nobody can take offense for that. If the black community doesn't want to be picked out as like they say, what is the saddest day in the black community? Father's Day. Because they don't appear anywhere. If they don't want to be,
you're right, they have no Father's Day.
Exactly, they don't appear. So if they don't want to be pinned as that, they have to change their culture themselves. Don't go and blame others for their own failures. When you have children that they are raising each other because they have nobody there. They don't have father figures.
The Chinese community don't have that culture. Like even though in a poor Chinese community, the father still tries to be there. And if he's not there, the mother wouldn't try to have a child with somebody else and find another father. I mean, the culture is just a little different, right?
Not only is different. What I learned about the Chinese culture is that they have their elder there, like they hold on to them like dear life. They never abandon their elderlies.
That's right. They never abandon
them. Okay, so what? And that is a family unit. There is a movement here. Black Lives Matter. They claim that the Western civilization.
I can't wait to talk to you about Black Lives Matter.
Okay. I hold my horses. Okay, you go.
You don't gotta hold your horse. Go ahead. You and I, we can't be canceled. You're black and I'm a fucking Chinaman.
That's right. Us, okay? That's why we can discuss it and nobody can get offended because we are not in the same boat, under the same storm. But listen. Black Lives Matter insists in that the Western civilization has to be destroyed. If the Western civilization has to be destroyed, then families have to be destroyed because according to them, family is a concept created by the Western civilization. I didn't know the Western civilization existed when I was in Dominican Republic, and yet I love my family, and that was my idea of being successful is getting married and having a family that you can nurture, you can take care of. But here, Black Lives Matter is saying they don't need no father because it is a patriarch abuse. They don't need no father. So what are you saying? No, the community is gonna raise your children. That community includes the police too. Who's gonna tell the kid that you have to respect the police? Because the education and the teachings cannot be afraid of the police. No. The police doesn't go to places where they are not called. And the police are going to put their back to protect your front. So at what point we're going to reconcile this when we have the political parties taking in groups so they can push their agenda? We are just pawns. Before the blacks, they were the Hispanic, they were the caravans of all the Hispanics coming here, the children.
The coyotes.
The coyotes, that's the best, that's the most profitable business. But nobody can do, now nobody said anything about it. Nobody do anything, nobody even denounced the coyotes. And then they pay the coyotes, but then when it comes to the attorney, the professional, that you know where you're gonna go find them if something goes wrong, they don't want to pay the professional, but they have no problem paying the coyote, who knows what they're going to do with their children. And then the receiving country is the one, the receiving country is...
So back to Black Lives Matter. This is how I feel about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I feel like, now you know George Floyd, right?
I know a criminal named George Floyd.
And you know what? Okay, I admit, he didn't deserve to die. He got murdered. But you think about, and this is what I say about George Floyd, like the ghetto lottery, I call it, right? Like his family won the ghetto lottery.
Yes,
think about his children.
yes,
Think
yes,
yes. Think about his children. Okay, so he had 2 grown kids. I was reading, 20-something years old. The first time the kids saw the father in 20-something years was him being murdered on TV. The mom said, "That's your dad."
Yeah.
And you know what? He's been a deadbeat dad to these kids for so long.
Yeah.
You know what? When the kids saw that, how much money, how much ghetto lottery that they won, are those tears of joy or tears of happiness? Fuck. You know what? If my dad was not there for me, you know what I say? Shoot my father, make me rich. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it.
That's
Think
right.
about it.
And listen, that's another, rock in the shoe. You're gonna tell me that the only poster child that you have in the black community are a bunch of criminals, and you can say that they're criminals because you're gonna be X from everywhere? Now they are saints, and I always say that. So now all of a sudden he's a saint with wings and everything.
Exactly. So George Floyd, you got Jacob Blake, and to me, it's like this. One thing I can't stand is, you know how when John Lewis died, you know the Senator John Lewis, right?
Yes,
John Lewis?
yes.
Okay. How the fuck is George Floyd gonna have a bigger funeral than that man?
And
Without
when
no
nobody
civil rights.
when nobody could get out, but for that everybody could get
Exactly.
out. 2 funerals, horses, gold everywhere. I mean, what did they do? The hangman dance. What did they do? And one thing is this: what was George Floyd doing that the police have to go to somebody's rescue? Somebody called the police. It was the store owner. What happened with Ray Charles? The one that got 8.
Ray Charles was, Ray Charles, that was worse. That was he took the
Exactly.
gun.
So Ray Charles, the police was called because Ray Charles violated a restraining order, and he went to do whatever it is that he wanted to do with that woman. The woman calls the police. The guy, he said, you can see it. And then we have Kamala Harris going to visit him, saying that she's proud of him.
Oh, that's not Ray Charles, that's Jacob Blake.
No, they did it. Did she go with Ray?
Jacob Blake is the one who went to try to violate the woman. That was Jacob Blake. Richard is the one at Wendy's.
Oh yes, you're right. And they are all. They're all so
the same.
None of them has a clean cut. I mean, I getting confused.
You're getting mixed up because not the only George Floyd is the LeBron James of the ghetto lottery winner. Okay, he
Correct. And they
you know
all
who makes the most money out of all this is Ben Crump, Uncle Ben. I call him Uncle Ben. He's the fucking man.
Correct.
You know what? If I had his fucking job, if no one gets shot, Uncle Ben would be poor.
absolutely. And let me tell you, there was another incident yesterday in which a Hispano, a Latino who had a rap sheet since year 2003 was beating up his wife. The 14-year-old son calls the police. The police get to the house, and since now we have we have to send a social worker when there is domestic violence. The kid ran out of the house, unlocked the door, ran out of the house saying that his father had a gun. The father started shooting, killed one police officer, a black one, and shooting his kid. The kid didn't die, the 14-year-old. Where was Black Lives Matter? That was yesterday. The police that was killed is black. I guarantee you, if this guy would be the one shot, we would be talking about that. Forget the debate, forget anything else. Another police killing a poor, unarmed, Latino, brown, like they want to call it. But Black Lives Matter didn't appear anywhere. So nobody can come to me and try to sell me this Black Lives Matter crap. It is crap. If Black Lives Matter, and only matters when and if a white police officer kills a criminal who happens to be black, then nobody matters. If Black Lives Matter doesn't matter when a black kills a black, when a bunch of little kids get murdered in their homes, don't talk to me about Breonna Taylor. When you have a 5-year-old who got shot while she was in the front of her house, or the other toddler that was killed at her crib. Do not talk to me about Breonna Taylor, because Breonna Taylor was doing something that got to that point. And Breonna Taylor didn't learn. She went to school, but she didn't learn because she had in her house the replacement of that crooked boyfriend she had, and she had another crooked boyfriend at home. And he was the one who started shooting. What did he say? Oh, I didn't know who he was. And I thought it was the ex-boyfriend who is even worse than the Fusa. So now we're going to be condemning our police officers because somebody had led a life of criminality and happens to clean up like 2 years before.
And they won the family won the ghetto lottery.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like this is the best business.
You know when Chinese people win the ghetto lottery, you know how poor Chinese people win the ghetto lottery?
Yeah.
They get hit by the bus usually because Chinese, we can't drive and we can't fucking walk. But you know what? We never get enough money. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Our ghetto lottery is small compared to like.
But listen, the Dominicans, they make sure when they cross the street, they look very well because they're gonna be on the street. There's gonna be nobody to sue, and they're gonna be saying you shouldn't see that. They're gonna be blamed.
Chinese people, hey. If we drink, I say don't chink and drive. Never chink and drive, okay? We don't know how to drive. We don't know how to do much, but the ghetto lottery for Chinese, mostly in San Francisco, is getting hit by a bus. Okay? That's a Chinese ghetto lottery. I mean, you know, at times, I mean, the cops don't need to brutalize us. We're small. We're like fucking 110 pounds wet. They just knock us out.
But you know what the thing? You know, how many news have you seen involving Chinese criminals? Go. Have you?
Well, Chinese criminals are smart. We barely get caught.
Oh my God. Okay? You don't. We don't see that. We don't see it. In Dominican Republic, all the Asians were the ones who have the supermarkets. They have the hotels. They're always working, and then they are the ones who have the money.
We don't commit the crime. We just launder the money.
Well, you know what? At least you don't get all dirty. No, nobody have to go after you.
Exactly, you know. I mean, but so, you know, life has really changed now with Black Lives Matter and with all the ghetto lottery. I mean, life has really changed. Kids nowadays, they're very woke. They're very they're very sensitive.
They're very sensitive. You know what? We have to send them one-way ticket to Haiti for a weekend. From the airport to where they're supposed to be, they're going to already be so thankful that they live in the United States of America. I don't take that. Don't talk like that because they're going to feel bad. Don't say that because you're going to hurt somebody. I don't care about that. I don't take that. And I don't entertain any of that. I have a 16-year-old son, and his mother is an attorney. His father is an attorney. We are both attorneys, and we raise a good individual. Humble, and he knows that everything is a cost. Everything you have, you cannot take anything for granted. That kid could be a spoiled brat, but it's not that I tell him not to be.
Kids do.
That's what they do.
Like 40.
And then they don't want to listen. They don't want to know what's happening. They just know that they want to be independent, but with mom and pop's a credit card. And then they figure after I am out of my mom and my dad credit card when I'm like 25. Maybe the government have to take care of me. Free education, free housing, free food, free everything. So what do you want to go to school for? If you get free education, everybody's going to be a doctor. Then the medicine is for free. Guess what, doctor? You're not going to be making shit. You're not going to become rich because you think you are a doctor, because you're going to have to work for free. That's the way we want this country to move forward? No, we want capitalism. We want individual responsibility, and you have the ability, you have the drive, you make it. You don't want to do it?
The only doctor that makes money is a plastic surgeon.
No, there will be no plastic surgeon. But that's another thing.
Everybody's poor.
Everybody's going to be poor. And let me tell you something. It's going to be in a sense that everybody have to be uniform. So nobody can be pretty. We all going to stink. Nobody's going to take showers. And then we're going to have hair growing. All of it. Because we all have to be in nature. We already have that.
I'm too shallow for that. I like my woman pretty.
Yeah. But then they're going to say that you are a supremacist. Because you like pretty. Oh, you are a misogynist. Misogynist. One of those, you know, one of those fancy words that they use. You are a misogynist because you like pretty women.
Chauvinist pig. That's what they call it.
That too. I take that. I'd rather have a chauvinist pig looking at me than some freaking guy that will take anything, even a broom, because he doesn't know the difference. No. I like the men to be men. I like the women to be feminine. And if the men want to appreciate the beauty of a woman, I don't gonna say no to that. Of course, you don't gonna be there and wanting to the guy. Nobody's saying nothing have to go to the extreme. There is no extreme when somebody's being.
As long as he doesn't try to touch you or assault you, it's okay.
Of
it's
course.
Okay. You know, people should be able to tell women they're beautiful.
Oh yeah, no.
A woman should always be able to tell me that I'm beautiful.
Oh well, you know that's that's getting to the extreme because the men usually the men have to be the hunter, not the Joe Biden, the Hunter Biden, the hunter, the one that goes after. I don't know why is that so complicated. What is the big problem about it? Now women want to be the one that what? What do
a woman's wallet should never see a light of day in a restaurant.
That's right.
You know what?
Unless it's a takeout and she's alone.
I'm a slave to whatever woman I go out with. I'm always a slave to them.
Absolutely. If you don't want to pay, don't want to pay, you stay home and order pizza. That's it. Don't come. These women that are like, oh no, you don't have to pay for me. Okay, so see ya. No, that
I don't
means
want a woman that
trouble.
And it's not about the money. It's technology kills chivalry.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You know, and people don't fucking call the telephone no more.
Yeah.
They want to text. They want to do all that.
Yeah.
To me, it's like I enjoy taking care of a woman.
That's cool.
And you know, I don't want a woman to do my laundry. I don't want a woman to wash and fold and stuff like that. For me, I mean, I like it when a woman they offer, but don't do it because you know why? I'd rather you have your nice manicured hands than to fuck them up doing my laundry.
Well, let me tell you.
To the fluffing fold.
Well, you see how nice it is. I love to be able to take care of my husband and my son. I iron. I clean up the house. I don't have a cleaning lady. I wash the clothes. I cook. My husband also cook. I cook, clean. I do everything. And I am a farmer's wife. And if somebody's going, that's the expression, the farmer's wife.
Yeah.
And not only that, I work also. I take care of myself. And then when I go home, I take my high heels. I put my hair back. And I start cooking, cleaning, and doing everything that needs to be done. And I'm not ashamed of doing it. It's not that, oh, you shouldn't let a man to tell you what to do. Oh, he doesn't have to tell me what to do. I'll do it gladly, which is worse. I do it gladly. So women out there.
And you know what? And for me, I'm the kind of guy that longest relationship is 6 months. But I'm honest about it, right? So. But then I really don't expect a woman to do all that if they enjoy it, because a lot of women like to clean and do all that because it's therapeutic.
Yes. Yeah. Say it again because that's what I say. People think I'm just a third world country little girl from Dominican Republic. That is therapeutic. That's why I iron, because ironing, you know that you are at the meantime you start thinking that nobody can mess with you.
That's right. Your husband walking in with your iron, it's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm ironing, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
And they leave you alone. You can watch TV. You can watch TV. You can just think to, be with yourself. You're thinking about it, or on the phone, because you are ironing. It's therapeutic. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to analyze anything. Just look at that piece of garment, and then you see how wrinkled it is, and then you see the result. There's nothing more satisfying than that. Women should try it. They should try it. If they try, maybe they're gonna release some of that anger that they have against the men or something. I don't know what's happening to them, but I don't envy them at all.
You know what I say? They a woman's march. I'm gonna start a men's march. A men's march. It's gonna be man. Yes, we can. If I grab your ass, can we get a pass?
Well, but do it. Pues do it. You know why? Because, you see, I refuse to be part of any Caribbean women that were left by their boyfriends association and lawyers. Women badass who had business association. Where is the men association? Oh, you can have that. I didn't understand that concept until maybe 8-10 years ago. Because I used to say, well, how come you have BET, Black Entertainment Tonight, but then if you have WET, White Entertainment Tonight, there is a problem. My husband is white.
WET sounds like a porn channel.
No, coño. No, that is what is the name of this girl? Bacardi. Bacardi, the women who, the lady who?
Which one?
Bacardi, the one that does Bacardi, you know, the WAP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That girl. I mean, you know, I don't even know what was I talking about her, but I even lost that talking about Bacardi. If she's Dominican, so they say. I don't claim her, so they say she's Dominican. If
Cardi B, right?
Yeah, I call it Bacardi because there is a rum.
Oh, okay, Bacardi. Yeah. Okay, Bacardi, yeah.
Cardi B, Bacardi.
Yeah, all the same.
Yeah, all the same. If women think that they're gonna become rich by twerking, like happened to Cardi B, tell me, where are we going? Where are we going with Joe Biden have the bright idea of bringing her to be the spokesperson so he can reach out to the Black community, maybe? I don't know what Black community that one is. How can we expect anything to be resolved in the culture when we have the candidate for president for the Democratic Party saying that the only clean, articulate, worthwhile men in the African American community is Barack Obama? And then we don't take that as an insult. We take it as like, that's right. How can you think that is a compliment when they are canceling out every other Black? And then they try to tell you, if we don't belong to a group, so you are outside, you are an outsider. If we cannot have Black, we cannot have white entertainment. But they doing it themselves.
But the problem is this: they do it and they don't admit it. I don't got a problem if you admit something. Like for Chinese, we think the hierarchy. We're Chinese and Koreans, Japanese, but we see all the Thai, Southeast Asian. We're like, oh man, those are the the slave trade, we call it, right?
Yeah.
You know? But like when Black people do it, they don't admit to it.
No.
Like I got a lot of very educated Black friends.
Yeah.
Like, they don't get along with the Nigerians. That's known in the Black community, right? But you can't say that. You can't say that in public because people would nail you for it.
Yeah, but you see how they don't get along with the Nigeria, the real Africans, and
exactly.
And they supposed to be African. We are African American, but they will not want to go to Africa. They don't want to go back to where they claim they came from. I have a lady, some crazy lady, sending me something talking about the African ark. I go, wow, I thought Noah had an ark. Now she's talking about how I'm a disgrace for the community. She doesn't even know. I am not knowing
who's an African ark.
That's what some lady who sent me a hate letter saying that I was a disgrace because the African ark that brought the slaves in 1807, and maybe she thinks I'm Black. I'm not even a real Black. I'm Hispanic. We don't go that way. We are happy. Better yet, if it wasn't because of slavery, I would be here today. Because if
you know what, I say that, and you got a point. If it wasn't for building the railroad, the Chinese probably wouldn't be here.
Exactly. So why am I gonna complain? Because today I could have been in some town in Africa with a bunch of kids with no husband. And my kids will have a big belly like that. Why should I complain? I should see where my blessings are, because due to that ship or that ark, as she called it, the ark, that when surfing from Spain, I guess, from Africa, Spain, I don't know, to the Caribbean island of Hispaniola. That's how my ancestors got anchored in the island. And then after that, I was born, like a couple of thousand years later, I was born. Then my father had the bright idea to come to the United States. And that's how I made it here. It's longer, it's shorter, the distance between the Dominican Republic, the island of the Dominican Republic, and the United States, than Africa and the United States. I came legally from Dominican Republic. I didn't know if the same would happen in Africa. So why am I going to be here? Over there in the Dominican Republic, complaining that my ancestors were brought to the...
You were probably poor.
Of course. I was poor.
You'd be poor.
I was poor.
You'd be poor. You'd be fat, and you would look old, okay?
Of course. And I'm 55. In Saturday Night Live...
You're 55? You know what I say? Black don't crack.
That's right. So I'm glad.
You look good.
I'm glad for that portion. But you see, Saturday Night Live, when they did a sketch of the naughty lady, they have to look for a 20-some-year-old. So that's how the world sees me. Do you think that would be a vision? If I am still in Africa, if I would be in Africa, I was still in the Dominican Republic.
You won't be alive.
I wouldn't be alive. Nobody would even heard about me. The only famous African is Iman, no? David Boy.
Oh, Iman's hot, okay?
Iman, exactly. So, but she said that's a bunch of girls like her from where she came from. But none of them are famous. They're famous because they're famous because they came here to the land of opportunity. So now the people who want to kill the vibe of the land of opportunity are those who want to come and say that this country is bad.
There's so many gorgeous women in other countries, but the problem is people think it's bad to bring them here, right? Because to utilize them. But if you're paying them and utilizing them, it's not bad because you're taking them out of a shithole country.
Correct. Correct.
You know what? And check this out. All the fucking runway models that are in France, that are in Italy, they all come from somewhere.
Where right? They came from, exactly. And they go to those little towns and they found this gorgeous flower just growing there in those little poor towns. And they get discovered and they go to the big runways of the world.
Next thing you know, you're on the cover of Vogue.
Hey, that's right. And then you're going to say that was bad? That she's been used? No. What is the alternative? Just say like they're doing with Amy Coney.
You come here or you come to Europe, you on the cover of Vogue. You stay there, you're on the cover of Hungry. Okay?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
You see what they're trying to do with Amy Coney Barrett? The two kids that she adopted from Haiti, they're trying to dig how she got those kids. Okay? So, what are they going to do? They find out that the kids belong to a poor family in Haiti, and they're going to go and tell the family that those two kids are having a worse life because they're living in great conditions with the white family. So they're going to send the kids to Haiti?
Yeah, I mean,
that would be better.
If they didn't want it, even if she didn't want them anymore, she'd give them to Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. What about that? What about that? I mean, it was some sort of fashion to go to those countries and bring 3 or 4 little African kids.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't get. You know, but they can adopt American children, but no one does that. I don't know why.
No one does that. No, because they don't want to consume what their country produces. They go somewhere else and they come back with the little, like Sandra Bullock. They come back with the little black kid. My son. What about the kids here? Go to the poor communities here. You will find any color.
That's one thing I don't get about Angelina Jolie. Even Amy Coney Barrett, right? Why go to all these places? There's great children here. I don't get that, right? And the thing is, why is it like that? You know, they should make a law where you can only adopt children here. I get it if you don't want to adopt a crack baby, but if you don't adopt a black baby, why not adopt an American black baby?
They have
why go to Haiti or Africa
and have to go through all that trouble? Because when somebody's gonna adopt,
all that shit.
Yeah,
you're an immigrant attorney, right?
When somebody's gonna adopt a kid, they're not buying the kid, but somebody's gonna have to get butter.
That's right. And I understand if you want an Asian kid, because there's not a lot of Asian kids for adoption here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I no offense. I think adopting a Chinese kid is like almost trying to get like a golden retriever puppy at a pound. You're never gonna find one. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely. That's one of the things too. It's like, oh, I'm gonna. I have my 2 kids that I adopted from Russia. Really.
You could have white kids here.
You don't have any, any. I mean, you don't have any kids around here that I don't know. I mean, it's just.
I knew a guy 20 years ago that adopted some kid in Russia, this music guy. And I'm like, why do you just adopt 2 white kids here?
From here, right?
You pay so much more money.
No, because those are more extravagant.
It's like, you know what they should say? They should say, if you ain't made in America, you ain't made for me. Okay, that's kind of bad, but you know.
Whoa! That's right.
I think that's the whole thing about this thing about adopting kids. And to me, like I said, I'm not red or blue.
Yeah.
You know? Whether you're Amy Coney Barrett or you're Angelina Jolie or you're Sandra Bullock or even Charlize Theron, there's so many great black kids here.
Why not? Exactly. Why not going? I mean, in Liberty City here in Miami, you can go and you can find the mothers will give them to you.
Exactly, for free.
They're gonna find out that the kid is gone until maybe when they are 18 and they come back. Say, Mama.
You have to give a Safeway gift card or something.
Yeah, you take care of the whole family.
But we don't. What you know what the thing is, and I don't want to say it's like I'm pretty crazy. You probably know that by now. All the fucking time, whether it's the Democrats, they're questioning Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah.
That's the question they should be asking her. Why do you adopt American children? Why did you adopt 2 children from Haiti?
Yeah.
When you could adopt America? Kind of like you could buy a Chevy, right? Or you could buy an American car.
Yeah.
Why did you adopt the kids from Haiti and why not America? Someone should answer that fucking question.
Exactly, but no.
Right? But
no, but they don't care.
Democrats have no balls.
But okay, they don't care. They don't care about the answer. They just want to listen to themselves.
I want to know the answer. That's my big answer to that is. Right? People might say, oh, why would you ask that? Why? I want to know the answer because if she's a Republican, if she's a conservative, why wouldn't she want to adopt kids from her own country?
Absolutely. That's a legitimate question. That's a legitimate question.
You and I talk on this.
But my take would be, you have 5. You need more? That's what
I would say too, right? I mean, the thing is this, and I understand that you're pro-life, she can be pro-life, right? But not everybody can be pro-life and afford to raise children like her.
That's right. Yes, absolutely.
Because she's upper class white. And you and I are talking like we're normal people in the middle. You know? But I don't think like the middle American white trash, I call it, they don't understand middle. They only understand right or like they understand left. They don't understand middle.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, especially have 7 kids. Yeah, you know what I say? You're a fucking farmer. You can't afford to raise 7 kids. You know? and that's the thing I want to say, but people never understand that.
No.
You know? She probably has, and she can't even tell me that she doesn't have an au pair or a babysitter. She takes care of 7 kids.
Yeah, she must have. You remember Kellyanne Conway? Kellyanne Conway was like this, super skinny. And she had 4 kids. Somebody had to help.
4 kids?
4 kids. Somebody had to help. Yeah, Kellyanne Conway.
And that's one thing. Like I don't have a problem with people being like pro-life. I don't really care if people can be pro-life. Like her, she can afford the kids, right? But I think when poor people that are pro-life see that, they feel like they can do the same.
No,
believe me.
No,
you're poor, you cannot do the same.
Listen, the poor people are no pro-life. They're just they find out too late. They're not pro-life because it's not a matter that they are so religious that they have to have as many kids. No. Because it's not only from one man. It's a disaster. So what I said is, if we are going to, we have, the population is out of control, right? We have Bill Gates wanted to create a way to get rid of people so there is more space for him in his billions. And they come up with the vaccine. They go to Africa as if it was like a puppy pond to try the vaccine. So legally, they're trying to weed out the people that are not
they should try the vaccine on the homeless people in California.
Exactly.
But yes, I'm afraid if the vaccine works, the homeless people can live longer. I mean, I don't want that.
But you know what? You know what the thing? That's one thing. They will not go and try in a homeless because that will be so bad to treat the homeless people as if it were guinea pigs. but you want to take me as a guinea pig? I'm a productive person, but you want me to be the one going in the first line to get the vaccine to see if I don't die?
That's what. Vaccines unless it's proven working. I'm not going to be the first.
I'm not, even if it works, I'm not taking no vaccine. I'm going to have to make sure because either we like it or not, we all gonna die. So I don't want to stop living because I'm afraid of dying. And I am not, you see me, the only time anybody saw me with the mask was behind Donald Trump. And my sisters weren't sure that it was me because they said, but Mayra will not wear a mask. That can be her, right? I have not worn a mask. I've been kicked out of the store. Fine, I leave. I have been kicked out of better places. But I'm not going to bend to fulfill the whims of people in government. They don't know what is happening. They don't know if it's off or on, but they have me moving depending on what they are pushing out. So you think I'm going to go ahead and the vaccine, anybody can have it. If people want to take it, fine. But Joe Biden is going to come and tell me that you're going to have to close your business. You're going to have to wear a mask. And you're going to have a vaccine. Either you like it or not. What kind of crap is that? Since
when?
You
know what I say to people? I only want the vaccine Joe Biden is taking. You know what I mean? I don't want the vaccine no one else. You know, that's the thing, right? And that's what the government, right? I want the vaccine the government is taking. I don't want the vaccine that
they're gonna put out. Taking. No, I don't want to take it. I'd rather muscle it out and become immune. Yeah, but we have done it. We have a bunch of crap in the air. How are we going? How is it that now I just waiting for because the COVID-19 have 2.5 more weeks to go.
You know what I think? I think the Chinese created COVID-19.
I know.
But we're smart.
I know.
People are very racist against us, right? And I tell people, focus on the positive. You got to be real smart to create COVID-19. Now we're going to be even smarter and we're going to create a vaccine and make billions of dollars. China's going to try to be superpower.
But you know what? You know what is? Not only create a vaccine, but being able to distribute the vaccine or the virus, but being able to distribute the virus so steadily worldwide. You see? So, and let me tell you, the vaccine was the salvation of many people. Many people are in business today because of the virus. Because of the virus, many people are in business today. Yes or no? You're going to tell me that some people that have to go to school and that person don't feel like going, and then have somebody else, for example, Joe Biden. The best thing that happened to Joe Biden was COVID-19. Because now he can be excused of not talking since he can't put two sentences together unless he's pretending. But now, Saturday, who's coming to be the mouthpiece of Joe Biden? It's Barack Obama. So, COVID-19 was a blessing for Joe Biden. He doesn't have to go out there and show that he's really not.
He doesn't have to talk anymore.
He doesn't have to talk anymore.
He's not that great of a talker. That's the thing.
He's not a talker, period. And all his gaffes are not made up to make people believe that he's not with it. He's not with it. And now we're going to have weekend at Biden's. You know, weekend at Bernie's? We're going to have weekend at Biden's. With all these people. So Barack Obama is coming Saturday to Miami to search for votes so people can have this idea that perhaps we're going to have Barack Obama again, like they tried to do in 2016, Hillary Clinton, because perhaps we will have the era of Bill Clinton.
There's only one Barack Obama. He's gone. He's done.
It's gone and done. It's done. He doesn't even have black hair anymore.
Barack Obama, very good talker, he knows what he's doing. But the people he's supporting is nothing like him. That's the thing. They don't have the swab. They don't have the swab.
There's nothing. There is nothing to look there. There's nothing to look there. And then what am I looking for? What am I dividing this into? Okay, Joe Biden is gonna. You have to vote for Joe Biden because first you're black, and second he ain't Donald Trump. What kind of crap is that? So that's why I have to vote for Joe Biden because I'm black. And because he's not Trump? Come on. Somebody have to act.
I'll be honest. And I'll be honest with you. If Joe Biden wanted a chance to do anything, he should have picked Elizabeth Warren, but he couldn't pick a white woman.
No, but you see so much about being inclusive and not being racist. They are the racists. They are picking a woman because of the color of her skin.
That's right.
The same way, if you reject a woman because of the color of her skin, or pick a woman because of the color of her skin, you are discriminated against that woman.
And I agree with you.
And everybody's applauding that. So who's the racist here?
And that's why I was saying that his choice should have been Elizabeth Warren, but he did it because he picked a black woman thinking he can win.
Or Amy Klobuchar.
Yeah, Amy, exactly, but he won't because he'd rather pick the one with the least experience.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, he could never pick Stacey Abrams. She's like the fat version, the ugly poor version of Oprah.
Mira, there is a category of blacks. Stacey Abrams, nobody will want to see that on their TV, and that's a fact.
That's right. She's the poor black version of Oprah.
Exactly. If she makes the money that Oprah is doing, she will be still ugly, but it will be easier to stomach.
Exactly.
Easier to stomach.
You know what they say? They say ugly is an opinion, fat is a fact. She's got both of them.
Oh my God. We say that there are no ugly women. They are poor husbands. But in that case, it doesn't matter what happened. She is bitter. She is angry. She is nasty. She's ugly. She's large. She has a large real estate with her. So it's not feasible for, even if she was a real black like they want to have her, nobody wants that. I mean, America is not just the people who are out there on TV saying Donald Trump is bad and Joe Biden is a good guy. So let's vote for Joe Biden. And Joe Biden, he's leading in the polls. But what polls? Nobody sees him. How can people vote for him or pick him if nobody sees him? Unless the Democrats are paying the people who are doing the polling. So the Democrats are asking 50 people. 25 are pro-Biden and the other 25 hate Trump. How can Trump win in any polling? So right now, all I know is that my support for President Trump is unbreakable. Unbreakable. No matter what the guy does, I know for a fact that he has a good family. And that family is not only the wives that he has today. I see every child. So every kid of Donald Trump is a kid that I will feel proud to be a parent. It's like my kid. So if a guy like that bad, a guy that is that bad, has those great children, he can't be that bad. And he had great kids with different women. That is even worse, to be able to deal with those women and still all his children are behind him. So that shows that he is the common denominator. He is the good guy. He knows what he's doing. Now, we're going to talk about Joe Biden and his children. He only have one left. Just think about it. All the tragic events that had happened in Joe Biden's life. His wife and the infant daughter died. Then he somehow
call him Tragic Joe.
And we don't want that. We don't want that cloud over our country. Then Joe Biden managed to steal the girlfriend or the wife of some other friend of both of them. And that's Jill Biden. Now Jill Biden leaves her husband to marry Joe Biden. And then she was babysitting the kids because the boys so Joe Biden loses his wife, loses his infant daughter, and then he had to raise those two kids with no mother. Then one of them in the military died of brain cancer. Correct?
Yeah, Beau Biden.
And now
his
what?
Wife started going out with Hunter Biden.
And then,
the
Hunter Biden leave his wife and go at it with a sister-in-law. Then Joe Biden went out with some whore and that got her pregnant. And then he said it was not his. And after he found out that 99% he is the father, what did he say? Well, there is 1% that couldn't be me. Joe Biden didn't have a strong hand to to control what was happening in front of his eyes with his own flesh, his offspring, the only one left with probably a lot of problems because of all the traumatic experience in his life. And Joe Biden couldn't put a lead on that. So now we're going to trust the country to Joe Biden when Joe Biden's son is a problem. It has drug problems. He has incidents of having sexual intercourse with minors. And we're just going to all of a sudden say, no. It doesn't matter because we're looking at Joe Biden, not his kids. Yeah, but when he was the vice president, nobody could do anything to avoid that from happening. And he was more awake than today.
So he's almost like a deadbeat dad.
He is a deadbeat dad, and now he's not going to...
Except he's not black.
And he's a millionaire out of never having a job. He's a millionaire. And his family became rich by doing a business, by selling this land to the best bidder. And we're going to say that that doesn't matter today? I'd rather take a Trump than a Biden. The Trumps have not had any scandals about women, about drugs, about any of that. If I'm going to trust somebody, I trust a Trump, not a Biden. That we're going to come with that, all of that, a track of dysfunctional family unit. What am I going to choose it? Because when I have a dysfunctional family, I already have one. If I do, I don't need another one to be the ones leading and calling the shots. Absolutely not.
That's true. You're right. And you know what? It's been great talking to you.
It was excellent talking to you.
You know what? You make a lot of sense. So tell me, do a promo for me. Tell me who you are and tell them that you're happy to be on Yellow American.
My name is Mayra Jolie, also known as the Nodding Lady. But today, I've been baptized with being the Bubble Beauty. And I'm here with our dear friend, because we've been talking for a long time.
Yes.
Because we know America is not only black or white, we are yellow.
That's right. Tell them. You love Yellow American.
I love Yellow America. Yeah. And you can
call
him yellow, you can call me black, and we are not going to complain because that's what we are.
No, we're not. You know what? If I got any questions, I would definitely call you about Chino La Migra.
La Migra. Chino Migra, that's good. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye. 4 more years. Bye. 4 more years.
Bye.
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 Ay, Dios.